Hello, Papercut here, back with another replay review. This time we are looking at Tom of Finland on the Rus. He's a Gold 2 player, posted in the AOE for Reddit about how he would really like some advice on his games. This is when he mentioned where he said that he's still, learning what each civ wants to do and how he needs to react to that. He knows that HRE wants relics. He also mentioned how he just really wants some advice about what he's doing well, what he's not doing well. No, well, that's what we do on these. So um, let's get into it. As always with the opening, I'm looking for how well you're scouting. I don't know if I would have done 4 on the hunting cabin. No, that might be the meta. I don't know. I haven't watched the Roost Scout in a while, but I would think generally 2 or 3. Anyway, see, in the scouts, you're doing a little scout thing. So here's the thing about HRE. You're right, HRE wants to rush castle most of the time. And my suggestion actually is that you do 1 TC all in with Roos. And the idea behind it is if he tries to quote unquote naked castle, naked being he makes no units, if he tries to make it, you show it with knights and archers, and the second he hits castle, you attack. He basically can make no units, you shut down his economy, and you win. And there's his gold right there. And usually that will work. If you force him to make units, he slows down. If he doesn't make a tower in time, you could just shut down his gold, because basically the idea is if you can just stop the gold, he can't do anything. And if he makes if he gets the castle and you can't finish him, well, then you guard the relics, go castle yourself, and you're good to go. If you just let him castle without any pressure, it's the absolute worst thing you can do. He's going to set up his farms, he's going to set up his base as perfectly as he wants, his eco will be off the charts, and you won't be able to catch up. So you have, HRE is a civ you have to pressure. If you let them do whatever they want, you're going to be in trouble. And so your goal should be, 1, scouting everything around his base. You need to identify where's his backup gold, where's his backup food. Like if I'm to pressure him, where would he have to run, and where should I be attacking from? So you're lucky. His gold is front, which means it's closer to you than it is like to the back where you can hide. And he hasn't even attempted getting a tower up yet. And so you should be trying to age up with Kremlin. I see you're doing like getting up right now. And your goal should be, I'm going to drop a stable and get a knight there. If he builds a tower, then you make archers, and you could either make enough knights to just attack the tower and burn it down, or you could rush up a blacksmith, get siege engineering, and just drop a ram and try to attack right when he hits castle. But if you just mass up enough and he doesn't make any units, even if you don't decide to make a ram, you can just walk in and start killing units and start killing villagers. Even then, with identifying like where could he go, both his deer packs are in the front, his boars in the front, his berries, and he only has berries in the back. And the reason I say this is because if you're gonna be aggressive, you have to ask yourself, where are the resources? Where can I cut off these resources? So, sorry for my deep breath. Sometimes I realize I speak for so long I forget to breathe. So that's why I think the best way to deal with this is you just attack, get him off the gold. His only other golds are over here, very easy for you to cut off. So this is a very advantage matchup for you right now if you're aggressive. And so I see you're in second TC, and in my opinion, it's the worst thing to do. Let's talk about why. 1, you're giving him space to do whatever he wants because your second TC will take time. 2, let's say you get done your second TC. Well, then your goal is to get a villager lead, but the problem is that if you try to get that villager lead, for one thing, if he gets the relics, those relics are worth so much gold that he's still outpacing your villagers just by pure passive income. 2, if he can then rush Imp, he can then do Swabia and just outmake your villagers anyway. So going 2 TC against HRE, it's castle rushing, is honestly just asking to die. It's too slow. You're giving him space. It'd be the same thing like when I play China and I'm playing against Rus players, I love when they go 2 TC because I will go 2 TC and I will make more villagers than them and I'll just outpace them. So you're not really getting an advantage by going 2 TC, you're just giving him time. Because look at this. Your 2 TC is about to hit, and he's halfway to castle. He has the tower up, and even then, he's being inefficient, honestly. Like, a better HRE player is clicking castle. He's gathering too much wood. He has 230 wood. He doesn't need that much wood. Honestly, he's overgathered wood. If he was heavier on gold right now, he would be, in wood and food, he'd be aging up. So, you haven't even dropped, you haven't even dropped production yet. You haven't even dropped the ability to make units yet. He overreacted. That's not gonna do anything. I would have saved those. See, and that's another thing. If you were here, a knight can continuously raid and hit villagers and run away, hit villagers and run away. If he had one knight here, you could force him to constantly leave the gold. But right now, he doesn't have to leave the gold. He just gets to sit there and go to castle. Watch how fast he's going to get there. And the key thing, can you make out of both TCs? You have idle time right now. So, like, what's the point of going 2 TC? You're idle on both. And now you're trying to rush units up. And honestly, you rush up a stable and you make a couple knights and you try to cover the relics. Or the other option is to wall up the relics. So actually just drop walls around some of these relics. And your goal should be to try to stop him from getting 3 of them. If he gets 2, that is what it is. But you have to get the castle right now. You need to split basically all your villagers between wood and gold, or food and gold, and just rush castle. You have way too much on wood. Look how much wood you have right now. You don't need it. You don't need more production. You're not doing farms. Nice at castle. You have any units to stop him from getting relics. Here's your first knight. Your scouts need to be way more spread out. So you need like a scout over here, scout right here, scout right here, so you catch the monk. But here's the thing, he predicted exactly what you're going to do, so he made sure to make stables and barracks, and he could be making knights right now. No, he's not, but he's going to make spears and knights, and shut down basically everything you're trying to do right now. You're getting this relic, but it's going to be enough. So there's spearmen, which if you had like 3 knights, like 2 knights here, you can fight this. You'll take a lot of damage, but you can fight it. You save 2 of the relic covered. Get the archers out. Not bad. So he's got the first relic. You're stopping the second one. This one's coming in right now. But one of the big problems you're facing is he has these farms. So he hasn't taken, once he gets his eco upgrades, these farms are going to boom for him. Right now, his income, he has more food coming in per minute right now than you do. So you have more wood. And once again, you're way over gathering wood. You have, I don't know if you need 3 archer ranges, but you need to be completely on food and gold right now. And with you've made enough units, you have to get the castle now. You have to get the castle. Good snipe. Okay, you got a knight up there. Stop calling the gremlins. They're worthless when you send them in these small amounts. Wait to build up like 15, and then send them in when you push with your units. Like send in the gremlins when you push with the units at the same time. So you stop 2. Don't know why he's making horsemen. That's a weird option from him. But see, all he does is bring up his spearmen and he's fine. You're at 39 vills. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, he's at 41. So he's outproduced you on villagers and you've been on 2 TC. So once again, is that 2 TC worth it? If you don't have the APM to maintain a 2 TC, then you are... It's a waste for you to go 2 TC. How do you make sure you keep making villagers? You need to go through, you need to have a cycle of actions you're always doing. So the key to RTS is almost automating certain things, but until you can automate it in your mind, you need to verbalize it, make sure you do it. So for me, the process I worked on is, I'm basically asking myself a rotating set of 4 questions. Am I making villagers? Am I making units? How's my eco look? What do I need to adjust? So right now, if I look at your eco, am I making villagers? Yes. I'm making units. I don't want to. I want to go castle. See, like, you queued up 4 knights. That's your castle right there. You just queued up 4 knights out of 1 production building, keep in mind. This is a waste. You only make 1 knight at a time, so why'd you queue up 4? Anyway. I'd look at your eco and go, I need to get to castle. That's what I need right now. So my eco's messed up. Why do I have 600 wood? I would have the villagers on here. I would take in literally all 80 villagers. Split, put 4 on gold, put 4 on food. Then we're rushing castle. Because if you can get to castle, you can salvage this. Because luckily he wasn't, because once again, we play imperfect opponents, so he was also inefficient. But you can only hold these relics for at a certain point until he just uses castle units to bully you off the relics, which he is currently doing. Yeah, at this moment, he's going to send spearmen down there in a second. He's going to start raiding your food. Yeah. He's going to guard this one and take it. You keep calling gremlins, but once again, 2 gremlins aren't going to do anything. You call them in larger numbers. You raid, which is really nice, but he's been building outposts, and you do good eco damage here, but, a couple towers, he's fine. Yeah. Now he's just going to keep massing units. And it's basically over for you at this point. You took too long to get the castle. He's going to grab all the relics. His gold amount's going to be insane. Actually, this one's still protected. I'm surprised he hasn't nabbed these other 2 relics. There he goes. There's the one at the bottom. It's gone. You need to rush this age up. 5 on this age up. That's ridiculous. Once again, you have 1,400 wood. You don't need wood. You can pull all your villagers off wood right now. Just put them all on this age up. I would pull the berry ones too. Like, you will die if you don't get the castle. He's on 45 vills. You're on 49, so you finally passed him. But once again, you're not making out of one of your TCs. It was your TC on a hotkey. I put mine on side mouse so I can flip through them really fast and always be checking them. Yeah. Yeah, at this point it's kind of rough. So your game plan against HRE is you need to just mass an insane amount of crossbows. Just an insane amount of crossbows. And then you probably want to do men-at-arms, honestly. His men-at-arms are crusher men-at-arms, but it's so expensive to do knights. So you can do knights, but you would need to have some of your knights be raiding to make them effective. And if he adds in spears, they will just insta-die, basically. Because his men-at-arms will also do good damage against heavy units. So men-at-arms, you basically just need some sort of front line for your crossbows. You need to build an insane crossbow mass. And if he gets a really big mass, you might need to do mangonels as well. Really, your key is Imperial, because Imperial gets Streltsy, and Streltsy do a lot of work. But Castle's just going to be bad for you against HRE. Anything else? But you notice how, like, really, he didn't have to run away. He could have just kept fighting. Oh, yeah, you queued up 15 knights out of 1 stable. You have 1,300 wood. You could build 8 stables right now. This is such a waste of resources. It's 1,000 food I'm sitting in here. More than that, you have 2,000 food sitting in this stable. So you have to be careful about doing this sort of thing. And that's why, once again, the rotating steps, where it's like, I need to make more units. Oh, I only have 1 production. Like, as the game goes, you need to add more and more and more production. You should never be queuing up more than 2 units in a production building. You need to try to just keep making more, so you're just quickly making units. This is painful. Painful. Okay. Got 1. You need 2. He honestly should have got that 1. I think he's rushing Imp, though. Which, once again, a better HRE player would be at Imp. Honestly, a long time ago. But the second he gets Imp, he gets Palace of Swabia, he starts pumping villagers, and he just outpaces you eco-wise. Then he upgrades his men-at-arms to Imperial men-at-arms and runs over you. Here's Imperial, you have to attack her right now. Can't attack. But, like, yeah, it's over. You could honestly just delete your archers at this point. They're not going to do anything. You need a gonzo amount of crossbows. Just an insane amount of crossbows is what you need right now. You need a wall. Like, you need to wall this entire thing off. Or else, once again, a higher level HRE player will just have men-at-arms everywhere in your base. And you can't kill them and you die. Yeah, see archers. Oh, no, have these. Yeah. And honestly, he's being passive. He could just run past you right now. Okay, these knights are good. But you know, you need to get to Imp fast. Look how much gold you have. And there we go. There's the production. Drop a market. Buy Imp. That's how bad you need Imp right now. Like, you need to buy Imp, because if you can get Streltsy out, this actually is okay. But you're at 63 villagers. He's at 80. Because his villagers print. He gets them every 7 seconds and only 17 food. His farms. Look at their income per minute. He is wiping you on income per minute right now. outside of gold, but you're having to put so many villagers on gold to maintain that 17 on gold for you right now. But buy imp, please, just buy imp. And you need to make you need to be consistently just pumping out crossbows. Once again, do you have your production on a hotkey? Because I put all my production on 3 or 4, and then I can just hit it and just www and just keep massing. Because often this game just often comes down to if the ecos are equal, who just keeps making units? Because you have so many resources right now. Oh, it's so many resources. Now you're gonna go imp. High armory. You need a bunch of crossbows. And honestly, if you could get like 5 or 6 mangonels. Yikes. Okay, now you need to go insta Chelsea. Like the second hit Imperial, if you can just mass Chelsea. And honestly, with Chelsea, just do like a Spearman Men at Arms front line. Just something so Chelsea don't get jumped on because they will kill everything else. But you just need Chelsea. Chelsea and mangonels. And then whatever else you need, so Springles. But your Springles are the best in the game. Good GG. So overall, it's refining. One is refining your strategy, as you learn about other civs. Hair in my mouth. Sorry, it's not pleasant for the camera. Dogs. I have dogs. We have hair everywhere. You have to refine your strategy to fit the civs. In this case, HRE, you have to be aggressive. 2, you need to have a clear goal in mind at all times and execute your villager splits for that goal. So we realized, okay, I got to get to castle now. Cut wood production, get on golden food, get there instantly. And your best bet at that point is using knights to constantly raid and be effective. And your best bet is imp, because you really need Chelsea, and that's your best bet to survive. But you win that game most likely early by just getting them in feudal. I hope that was helpful to you. If you're interested in more support or more coaching, check the link in the bottom of the video for my Discord link, where I have a community going of people who help each other get better at the game, ask questions, and if you're interested in more help, I also do coaching, which is also located there. And overall, good luck on your games.